Something's gonna bring the change. Journeys we are meant to take. Something at the edge of space, calling us to fly away.
American 496 to report the river. American 496 to clear by for visual run 1 approach 199, so Delta 1618 to set maintain 3000. To the left turn heading 050, report the river. You have 4352 to set maintain 4000, then speed 190.
Yo, 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 what is going on? Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome aboard as we get ready for our flight this afternoon. We will be flying aboard the MadDog MD80, trying to tame this beast. Brought to you in part by Rotate Sim. This is Delta Flight 855 with service from San Diego up to Oakland. And then from there, we don't know if we're going to stay in the MadDog or if we're going to jump over into the Flight Factor 757. So we'll make that determination depending on how this first flight leg goes. For some reason, I am not getting my briefing packet from SimBrief. We may have to redo this one here right quick. Glad you all can stop by and give us a few seconds as we try to generate our OFP here, and then we'll jump aboard, get her loaded up, and head on out. So what we will do though is give you your overlay and give you my ugly face. How's everybody doing this evening? And we're just gonna try to cancel this and then redo it. Dispatch this out again. Project Fly be tripping sometimes, as we all know. I may end up having to go directly to SimBrief and do it. There we go. We got it that time. We'll lower these sounds here for you a bit. Alright, so we look all set to go. There she is, the Rotate Sim MD80. A lot of people say she's hard to fly. She is hard to fly. Very old school, very analog. Not all of the bells and whistles that we're used to in the Zebo and the modernness of the 737 800s and 700s. So we're gonna give her a go. I used to be fairly decent at flying this thing, getting soft touchdowns. It was actually one of the planes that I would get the softest touchdown in. But since getting the honeycomb yoke, that's kind of changed. So we're still trying to fine tune that, so bear with us. And I, of course, left my beer all the way over there on the other table. We need that. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump into the flight deck. Get her loaded up. As I said, very old school, very analog aircraft. And we're going to try and take her from cold and dark state, get her planned up, and get her set to go. So with that said, let's go ahead and pull up our OFP, or our briefing packet, or release, however you want to put it. And first thing we're gonna do, we got external power hooked up, but it's not on, so we will turn the battery switch on, and we'll come directly over to external power. And we'll get our nav lights on, clear the master caution, and get our MFD's brightness turned up. Hide the yoke for right now. Alright, and while we're here on the overhead, let's go ahead and pull our IRS switches into the nav position, like so we can get the alignment process started. And let's pull out our little note tablet here, which functions as a load thing as well. Make sure she's in pounds. And so for our briefing here, we're looking to cruise at flight level 340 with a estimated takeoff weight of 136,000. Yeah, 136,947 pounds. So we will try to get that. I noticed I did a flight yesterday in it, and it wasn't really taking the weights according to SimBrief. So we flew it. She flew okay. So we're looking to depart San Diego here on runway 27 via the what is this, Padres 2 departure, or I can't pronounce this. OROSZ transition direct to Corsair, direct to R good into the MZO 3 arrival into Oakland's 28 left. Now I will also say HG Simulation, welcome aboard, brother. Glad you can make it. We're just going over our initial briefing here, getting the aircraft loaded up, and getting ready to depart this evening. Back to what I was saying, I will say I tried Oakland's 28 left last night, and it was slightly a long landing, and I pretty much just blew past the freaking other end of the runway, ran off the other end of the runway. So we will not be going into Oakland's 28 left this evening because I don't trust that I can put it down on the threshold. So we're going to take runway 30, which is on the other side of the airfield, and it's about a 10,000 foot runway. So we're going to do that this evening, and once we get out there, you'll see what I mean by that. Estimated passengers is 172, but we're not going to worry about that. We're going to actually go with the payload weight to get the aircraft weighted up via the OFP. So that's just about it for the departure briefing. Yeah, our block fuel is going to be 17,392 pounds. So she takes some fuel and she burns some too. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get that put in. Fuel oil tanks is 17,392. So we'll enter that there. And let's go down, scroll down to our payload. Payload is going to be 39.7. So we'll put that in. See, it's got us overweight here. Let's see. We may adjust this a little bit. What was our trip fuel? Trip fuel is 8306, so we'll plug that in here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, and this is what I was getting last night, this CG. It wasn't too much of a problem. Wasn't too much of a problem, but I think the rotate and what SimBrief is planning for what an MD80 is could be slightly off. It could be seeing it as a, yeah, see here it's seeing us as a DC-9-83. I mean, same body style, slight differences. Alright, so we got that plugged in. Everything is good there. Let's go over to the next page. We're going to load our fuel, load our cargo. We're going to expedite that because we're not sitting here 28 minutes for that. And we're going to load our passengers. And then we're going to jump down in here and get our flight plan put in. And let's jump down here, put our CG at 3 because that's what it's saying. And we'll do flaps 5. And then we got to move all the way over here because there's a little dark piece that we got to match up with the trim here. And sometimes it's hard to see. So we'll move this right on down.
Stabilizer motion.
And we'll get our trim set. We want it pretty much dead center with the green hash here. And that's how you set your trim for takeoff. How's the sound, guys? Is the aircraft a bit quiet? Alright, so I don't think Nightbot joined the freaking stream. We'll worry about that here in a second. Alright, so let's jump down here into our FMC here, get the brightness up. And we'll zoom right on them for you guys. Clear that message. Let's get a route right on up. Alright, so we're at San Diego, so KSAN. And we'll drop that in there. This FMC is pretty much like a Boeing FMC. It's not too much difference. Drop our fix in there. And we are going to, where we going? Oakland, KOAK. And we are Delta 855. Drop that in. We'll do runway 27. Drop that in. Activate. And we should have alignment, which we do. Go over to our perf data. We'll come back to the perf because if you see over here, we're still getting fueled up. So we'll come back to that. Departure. Runway 27. And then we're going to Corsair, C-A-R-E-Z. And then we're going to our good. And I tell you too, Oakland has some of the funniest freaking navigation fixes coming in on that this star. It's like one is like my leg, my shin, my back, something. It's hilarious. Just wait until you see it. Alright, so we're going our good, and then we execute that, come back out here, excuse me, and we're looking for that with the our good transition, and we're going to do the ILS 30 via the Franny transition, and we'll execute that. We're still getting fueled up. And let's go over to our legs page here for a second. Scroll through here, make sure we don't have any disco. See, here it is. My rib, my hip, my knee, my shin. Fix me. My calf. It's freaking hilarious. That is freaking funny, guys. Alright, so we don't have any discontinuities. So we're just waiting on fueling to be complete. So we'll get the belt signs on and get ready to get the APU on. And let's get, where is my, there it is. Thunderstorm lights can come on. And we'll give some overhead panel lights as well. Switch you in the map view. Alright, so we're pretty much set up. We're just waiting on fueling to finish, and then we'll be able to plug the rest of the data in. Altimeter is looking like it's 3013. So we'll plug that in. Plug that in there. And let's just double check with the XPlane default. Where is my, okay, here we go, Navigraph charts. We're going to check with XPlane default ATIS and just cross check everything. Just to make sure that we have what we need, 134.8.
San Diego INTL information Romeo. 2200 Zulu weather. Wind 300 at 12. Visibility more than 10. Sky clear. Temperature 21. Dew point -18. Altimeter
Alright, so we pretty much got
3012.
what we need. Runway
Arriving
27, altimeter was 1 off, 3012. Not that big of a difference. And we're just about done fueling. And so let's jump on this side here and get our hydraulic pumps on. Get all of that stuff on. And make sure that I ain't forgetting anything here. I was looking for the there they are over here. The emergency lights, and we look like we're pretty decent. Only thing about this aircraft that a lot of people don't like is nothing is near. It's not like the Boeings where everything is sectioned into the same grouping, like all of the lights. Like I got landing lights here, more lights over there, lights up there, lights down the bottom. You know, everything is separate from where it needs to be. I mean, kinda. But once you do it a couple times, I guess you'll realize where everything is. Alright, so we're done fueling. So let's just make sure here. Cargo doors. Oh no, I need to leave those open because we need to expedite. Passengers got 8 seconds left. I don't know if we got our full cargo because we okay, I think we did. Alright, so we can go ahead and start the APU up. And let me just double check outside. And we'll get rid of the ground crew as well. Alright. We're pretty much ready to go here in a second. Before we start the APU, let's finish our perf data and stuff that we need. So if you click on fuel, it drops in your fuel load. Same thing for gross weight. Zero fuel weight is 111. Let me just see something, because I don't think we got a whole load. Let's see what it's saying for us for. $128. Zero fuel weight should be 120. It's only reading 111. Let me see, can I let me see if I change it, if I can damn, what was it? 39.7. Let's do 39.6 and see what happens. See if it lets me reload it. Alright, there we go. Just expedite that. Close cargo. Alright, that's close enough. Alright, reserves, we're gonna do 1.0 and cost index. We'll do 6. Cruise altitude is gonna be 340. Okay, max altitude, probably because our weight 330, so we'll do 320 then. Not a big deal. And cruise wind, let's get that. $320, it's gonna be Heading of 303 degrees at 29 knots. So we'll plug that in. And the temperature is -50. Plug that in, execute, takeoff, grab the outside air temperature. Ooh, we got some high V speeds. 162. And by executing that, that puts our V speeds on the airspeed indicator there. So we're all set. So what was it, 162? Hold on, let's see. Is that 162? I can't see. Alright. Let me just double check here. Yes, buddy. Alright, she's cooking. Alright, so we'll come on the flight directors and we'll set our altitude. Sorry, my son was messing with something he shouldn't have done. Alright, so top altitude for this departure is 15,000, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Everything else is set. We're looking good. And let's go ahead. I believe our, and let's set our initial climb to about 2,000 foot a minute. And I believe our pushback should be already set, but we'll double check that here. Yep, we're already set there, so we'll confirm that.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
And we'll button up the forward door. And let's get the APU started. So grab your APU switch, hold it for a couple seconds, and release. And we got the APU spooling up there. So we'll wait until we get APU available, and then switch over to the APU buses. Oh, I did not put the start pump on. That should have been on. Tomix, welcome aboard. How are you doing? I hope all is well with you, my friend. We're just waiting on our APU to come on up, and we're getting ready to push back and get up out of here. Guys, freaking Nightbot did not join. Is that because I had it private at first? Let me see what's going on with Nightbot here. I think that's what it was. Nightbot didn't join. That's alright, we ain't even gonna worry about it. We ain't even gonna worry about it. Alright, APU power is available. So we'll swap over to the APU buses. APU generator is already on. And we'll get rid of ground power. Dismiss that. And where are my... We can put our packs into the auto position. Let me just double check here. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Yeah, Paxton Auto. Y'all damper can come on. And that's just the thing with this aircraft, man. Stuff is everywhere. You just have to really look at your panel to make sure that everything is set. Yep, see? Bleed air needs to come on as well. Alright, I think we're set, guys. We're going to go ahead and get ready to push back. Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. I'd like to take a moment to welcome you on board our flight today. We're just finishing up a couple of final preparations up here in the cockpit, and we should be shutting the doors here momentarily. Should have an on-time departure for today. We're not expecting much in the way of weather. So we do ask that you sit back and enjoy your flight. Once again, welcome aboard. There you have it. And we'll make sure we set runway heading. Or at least the heading that we need to go. And everything seems to appear good, so we'll go ahead and request our pushback.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
And we'll get our beacon light on. No, that's not what I wanted. Wing lights can come on. Gorgeous aircraft, showing its age though.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
So we'll try this out. Like I said, I had a runway overrun last night flying into Oakland. So we'll try not to duplicate that this evening. I don't know how this is going to show up, but we got some good old German Becks this evening. One of the beers I was telling you about approaching.
Tow connected and bypass pin in service. Release parking brake.
Alright, we'll do that, sir. Parking brake can come off.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
Let's see, do we have any center fuel? No center fuel. Start system can come on to both. And we'll turn the bleeds off. I mean the packs off. I feel like I'm forgetting something, guys. I definitely feel like I'm forgetting something. Alright, so we're pushing back, basically a U-turn into this alleyway here. We'll wait till we get out away from the gate a little bit to initiate the engine start. And it's down to runway 27, which is straight down this taxiway here. Alright, so we'll go ahead. Nope. We don't want the left engine first. Alright, so we're starting the right engine. Stand tight for a second. There's something I forgot. There's something I forgot, guys. Don't this truck see I'm trying to push back? Alright, what is it? What did I forget? APU bleed is on. APU is running. Packs are off. Captain. Galley power can come on though.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Alright, you gotta wait on the parking brake, guys. What didn't I do?
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
What didn't I do? I just flew this thing. I definitely just flew this thing. Atomic says, do you have the Mr. X San Diego scenery? Yeah, I believe this is the freeware version of Mr. X. This is definitely not a payware version. Alright, what am I doing here? It doesn't seem like I have... It doesn't seem like I have bleed pressure.
Tow is disconnected and
That's what
bypass
it
pin
is.
has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like I have, doesn't seem like I have bleed pressure. Yeah, it's something I missed. This is what happens, guys, when you take an old aircraft. And I just flew this thing, but last night no issues, and I knew I was going to miss a step somewhere. But it seems like we don't have bleed pressure, and that's why the engines aren't. What does this say over here? Rudder unrestricted. Ignition system B. I usually use both. Let's try A. No rotation. Yeah, we should have definitely had some rotation. Yeah, everything is reading as it should. Fuel heat shouldn't really matter. This is all anti-ice here. This is pitot heat. Let's jump over here on this side right quick and see what we're doing. I may run through this again, guys, because I really want to fly this What's up, Anthony? Welcome aboard. I got you. We're having a little bleed pressure problem here in the rotate. That should be it, but it's not. We get no rotation on either engine, so there's definitely something we missed. There's definitely something we missed. This thing ain't even trying to spin up.
Autopilot.
I probably just killed everything. Reset the generator. The bleach should be off. But the problem is, it's not even showing really any pressure up here at all. Nothing's happening. So I don't know. I don't know what I don't know what the deal is with it. I can't see what I'm missing. Oh, you know what? I think I might have an idea of what I'm missing. It just dawned on me. There's one thing I did not do. And that's these damn freaking... These damn... What you call it's back here. These pneumatic things. And let's try this again. Yeah, still. What does that say? Pneumatic pressure? That says override. Let's try both again. Yeah, we're getting nothing. There's definitely something I'm missing. Alright, you know what we're going to do, guys? We're going to just reload the aircraft from right here. Because I'm going to fly this thing. I ain't going to quit out of it today, guys. I missed something, and I don't know what. But we're going to just reload the aircraft really quick. And hope that it doesn't crash the sim. But something is going on. There's something either that I missed or something. I'm not sure. The only thing that I saw that I missed was those two pneumatic pressure valves down there on the center console. Alright, so let's get this thing started up right quick. Battery. Get the APU on. And we're going to try to do this really quick. Once we get APU power, we're going to try to just go ahead and pre-plan and see if it was something that I missed. Yeah, this type of stuff happens when you fly these older aircraft and you don't fly them often. See, now my APU is not freaking wanting to start. Oh, you know what? See, I'm missing stuff again. Start pump. I know it's pilot error, guys, but we'll get it going. Just came to check in. I might be back for the last leg. Roger that. Alright, now we got the APU coming on. And we'll just expedite pretty much everything. So we can hurry up and get out of here. Or at least try to get out of here again. What was our fuel? 17,392. And our payload was Payload was 39.7. And our trip fuel was 8306. Alright, so we're good there. Got a fuel load, got our passengers. We're all loaded back up.
Autopilot.
APU's on and running. We're not going to worry about any of that other stuff. And let's get our IRSs aligned real quick. And get our MFDs up. There's definitely something I missed, guys, and I apologize about that. I try to do whatever flight I'm gonna do on stream. I try to do it either the day before or something like that, just to make sure if it's a plane I haven't flown in a while. And we did that yesterday. And of course we're not going to San Francisco. I mean, it's right across the bay from San Francisco. But yeah, we did that yesterday. No issues with the aircraft. Started her right on up. Alright, come on, thing. How long does it take? So what's up with y'all today, man, while we wait? Let me just double check that we are in nav mode, and we are. Let's go ahead and get our fuel pumps on now. Emergency lights are armed. Try to get everything on as quickly as possible. And the IRSs is the ones that want to take a minute. Oh, that was about to be bad. Alright, let's see here. Let me at least get my flight plan in here. We're trying to get as much as we can in here, guys. Let's see if there's something that we missed. This thing is still not aligned yet. Jesus Lord, come on. You know what? Let's do that. Let's see if that helps. This is my first time trying that. I think maybe because we moved the aircraft, I don't know. But we reloaded it, so. Alright, departures. We're going into that's 30. There we go. Execute all of that. Waypoint alert. Let's just double check that. I don't know what that means. Let's just step through this right quick. Alright, it looks decent. So what we say, 320, we're going to cruise that. Execute that. Let's grab our wind right quick. 303 at 29. And the temperature is -50. Grab our weight. 1.0 on the reserves. 6 cost index. Execute. Takeoff. Outside air temperature 162. Execute. Got our speeds on the speed ticker. It all looks good. I think we're good there. Alright, let's try to start this thing up again. I don't know where we went wrong at. We got APU power. Let's turn APU bleed air is on. So that should give us our pressure to start. And we're gonna go with both systems, both start systems, which is what I normally use. The packs here are off. Still showing fairly low pressure. However, I never really paid attention to that. I just made sure to turn the packs off. I'm just trying to make sure there's nothing else that I'm missing. And I don't think it is, guys. I think, I mean, we should be good. Alright, let's try this. If it don't work this time, I'm gonna screw it. I'm gonna screw it and change aircrafts. Cause I ain't sitting here all night worrying about this. Alright. Start valve is open this time. And we have N2 rotation. Okay. Yeah, I don't see what I did different this time than yesterday, other than, I guess, rushing. And we got a good start on number 2. And these engines are so far back that, you know, you don't really hear much, but XP, good brother, good luck with the plane. It hates me. Yeah, it looks like it hates me tonight too. But so far it's just coming from me rushing and everything, trying to get the thing up. So we reloaded the aircraft, did pretty much the exact same steps, and now we have a good start. So we'll go ahead and crank up number 1. I mean, it's a fun plane, I ain't gonna lie. This is the oldest I'll go. That Legend you was flying yesterday, man, I don't think I can do it. Alright, and then we'll go ahead and introduce fuel. Good start on number 2. And let's get our altitudes and everything set up again. 15,000. We'll go for about 2,000 feet. Actually, no, we don't even need that much. We'll do about 1,500 feet on the climb. And speed was 170 something. I can't remember. We'll just do 177. Both flight directors are on. And let's go down here before the aircraft starts screaming at me. Get our CG of 3 and our flap of 5. And let's move our little trim dial thing down here to meet that green marker. That's where most of you guys' screaming problems come from, is incorrectly set trim. Alright, so we want this black thing to match right where the green one is, and that's your takeoff trim. We got vertical speed on climb out, and let's go ahead and go back into map mode here, and let's set our heading as well. Just set our heading for roughly our first waypoint, and transponder can come on. And we'll go weather plus TCAS, and we'll extend the range out there to 20, and we'll go plus 5 on the on that for departure. And let's go ahead and close the start valve. Start pump can come off. We're already on engine generator, so we'll go ahead and shut the APU down. Thunderstorm lights can come on. And where was my yaw damper switch? We need that. We need the yaw damper switch. It's the only thing I don't like about this aircraft. Is like, stuff is just everywhere. Alright, so we just got flight recorder off, which I never worry about, and parking brakes on. So that's good. Come back over to the captain side. Start pumps off, no fuel heat. Ignition system can go to off. Why is the APU hasn't? Alright, there it is. It's coming down. Okay. Alright, so we're looking good. Flaps can come on down to flaps can come down to 5. Sorry about that, guys. I had to shut that door. There we go. Those were the slats. So I got a pretty decent little sound pack in this thing. What was it? I think it was it V1? I think V1 did a stream showcasing the F-Mod sounds. Sounds pretty good. It's lacking in some areas. Like I think the idle sounds are far too low, like on descent. But other than that, they sound really good on departure and cruise and everything like that. Alright, so taxi lights can come on, parking brakes can be released, and we'll do a flight control test. And let me move my microphone over some. Alright, we're leaving, guys. Flight controls are free and correct. Pull away from the gate. Let's just say we had a mechanical delay here. Windsock is indicating correct direction for our departure. And guys, you have to remember these engines sit way back away from the cockpit, so from what I can remember, the cockpit is really loud, but also you really don't hear much of the engines at all on the real airplane. But of course I got my engines turned up a little bit. And what we need to do here is I forget how to this thing is somewhat similar to the Airbus as far as the vertical track. But I forgot what I pressed to there we go, nav track. We'll go with nav track. Slow her down a bit. I think we got to come on to the autopilot before we get vertical. I mean, what you call it, VNAV. But we finally got her going. We got a Southwest taxi going on. Let's slow her down a bit. See, like the idle sounds right now sound pretty good. Really good, actually. But it seems like they're you don't really hear that so much on descent when the aircraft idles back. I didn't get my collision light on either. Alright, start pumps off. Fuel pumps are on, pitot heat is on, no engine anti-ice, APU is off. Beautiful downtown San Diego right here. And this is a freaking hell of an approach coming into 27 here. I mean, you're coming right over the tops of these buildings. And I think that's why they have that displaced threshold way back here like that. To give you a little bit of extra clearance. Like that tower there should not be there. Should not be there at all. we're gonna go ahead and make sure I got my Navigraph up, minimize it a bit so we can see our departure here. And final approach looks clear. Landing lights can come on. And let's get all of the rest of our lights on. Everything is set. We look good. Let us get out here and we will
approaching 27.
Let me just make sure this thing ain't gonna fucking. Okay. Arm the auto throttle. And once we line up, we'll go ahead and have it set to a button on my throttles. Go into takeoff mode or takeoff EPR, and the auto throttles will go ahead and throttle up and get us rolling. So we're going to try to use every bit of this runway here we can, as usual. We're a bit heavy.
On runway 27.
Alright guys, we're all set. Everybody's buckled in. Here's good luck to this flight. Go ahead and throttle up. And take off. Oh, I just had an engine roll back. I didn't have him all the way freaking up. We had to manually take over on that. Alright, there's V1. There's rotate. No tail strike this time. Nose down trim. She's wanting to climb.
Positive brake. Gear up.
Positive brake, gear up. Come on. We will go into climb mode. Little bumpy coming out. And we are over speed, by the way. Let's see if we can. There we go. VNAV climb, FMS EPR. That'll bring our speed back. That's what I was trying to set, but it didn't seem like it would let us set it on the ground. Flaps can come up, we're over speed nose as well. Only thing I don't like about this aircraft is when the trim moves, it gives you that warning. I don't know if most people think that the plane is fussing at you, but usually when the plane says words, it's fussing at you. Like stabilizer trim, if it says something like that, that's not set properly. And guys, as you may have noticed, again, we're doing another Pacific Coast Highway, which starts here in San Diego We're gonna be flying over some beautiful mountain ranges, hence the name Pacific Peaks. We'll be crossing over LAX and Long Beach and Bakersfield, California, just west of Fresno, east of Monterey. So this is definitely a very photogenic flight here. I gotta fix that camera so it's not going through the frickin'. The aircraft is pitching, trying to maintain climb speed. And we'll actually clear ourselves on up to cruise beforehand. That way we get up there quick, we get over here fairly quick. I forgot to start the chronometer. Hell with it. Alright, there's 10,000 feet. Landing lights can go off. Aircraft's going to pitch down and gain some speed, and we're going to actually clear ourselves on up to our cruise altitude of 320. As we are out over the Pacific Ocean right now. Now that's a nice flyby sound there. Climbing on out. I don't know if I'm gonna stay in this plane. I may stay in it on down to Ontario, but I actually planned 2 flights. Second one being an alternate of the Flight Factor 757 freighter model, and as a FedEx flight out of Oakland down to Ontario. So we may end up doing that, depending on how I'm feeling. But other than that, some pilot error early on, which is fine. It happens. We are off to the races now, climbing out beautifully out of San Diego, out over the Pacific Ocean. Coming up to Gwen. We'll make a slight right back towards the coast. We'll go ahead and get our course and everything set for the ILS approach as well. I think that thing said 296. Yeah, 296. And we'll put a wind correction of 5 knots. Alright, so we've already got our approach set up. So we'll see how that goes. coming up on transition altitude. Getting a couple little frame rips, but we'll come back here in a second. Oh, we're already at standard. We never changed the altimeter that time. Timex says, do you have the Mr. X scenery for San Diego? I believe it is the Mr. X freeware for San Diego. Timex. My San Diego scenery is not it is not payware. Let's see if we can adjust these sounds a little bit. That's some 20,000 feet. Looking good in our climb. Winds have died down, so we will let's go ahead and let them up in the back. Oh, no smoking sound. We never even had that on. Alright, bell sign can come off. And we'll enjoy the Southern California coastline as we approach Long Beach and Los Angeles. Smooth ride up here this evening. It was a little bumpy up here last night. Got Los Angeles right out in front of us through the haze. So just like XP said in his stream last night, we're probably going to do nothing but anything other than Airbuses this week, because Friday we will be getting the Tollus A321. So I would take it my next couple streams after Friday was going to be featuring that aircraft. But we definitely have some other aircrafts in the hangar that we can fly the week out on. Like I said, I was thinking about jumping in the Flight Factor 757 for the second leg of this flight, which I still may do it. I still may end up doing that. haven't flown that airplane in a while. Actually, I'm lying. I flew it yesterday. I flew it yesterday on this same route here because I was actually thinking about originally streaming that, and then I started thinking about the MD80. And I'm like, I haven't flown the MD80 on stream in a while. Then of course watching XP stream, he was like, you know, he may stream it tomorrow. So I was like, you know what? Why not? I'll stream it today. So XP, if you're in here, hopefully I can give you a couple pointers of how not to start up the MD80, because whatever I miss, I got no N2 rotation whatsoever. I had to reset the aircraft. And it was nothing but pilot error, something I missed. Coming over Long Beach now. Oh, actually getting ready to come over Long Beach. It's not visible here, but just about right below our nose. As we enjoy the beautiful Pacific coast. There you can just make out the Queen Mary. My girlfriend and I, that's actually a hotel. We stayed on that ship. Like a couple years ago, we went out to LA. We used to go out to LA every summer. A couple years ago, we stayed aboard the Queen Mary. It's nice. It's just too daggone expensive. I mean, it's like almost you paying for history instead of. You know, the rooms weren't modern at all. I mean, it's pretty much like the rooms during that time. But it was a nice ship. Coming up to Hawthorne and Inglewood and Los Angeles. We'll be passing just southwest of Los Angeles. Pretty much on the coastline. Can't see it from down there. Gorgeous evening though. We're just about up to cruise, 4,000 more feet to go. Burning through some fuel. This thing chews fuel. Alright guys, we are, yeah, we're close enough. Hell with it, why not? Hell with it, why not? Got downtown Los Angeles here and the Hollywood Hills, and the airport is back under the engine somewhere. We don't see that. But with that said, we're close enough to cruise, guys. We're going to go ahead and give a little bit of tunes for this beautiful flight out to Oakland. Look at that, just gorgeous. Pacific Coast Highway going up. And guys, in my last stream I said I thought it went farther than that. I do believe, I was reading earlier, I do believe it starts like in San Francisco. I mean, there's probably is a highway that goes up there, but the iconic Pacific Coast Highway CA-1, I think it starts in San Francisco and ends in San Diego. So just like Thursday, we will lose it here for a bit as we're going inland a little bit, but we'll pick it back up as we get closer to Oakland and San Francisco area. Trying to get this mix, this music mix right, guys. Man, those mountains are just beautiful. Man, look at that. She flies great once you get her up and rolling. She flies pretty daggone good. We're just about halfway there. Actually, no, I'm lying. We're a quarter of the way there. Gorgeous lighting, gorgeous aircraft, gorgeous PBR. I remember as a kid, my very first airplane ride was on a MD80, and we were sitting right back here by the engine. He said, "Okay, I get it. Shut the door. I get it. All right. Okay. All right. We gotta adjust this. No.
Come and fly away with me. Come and fly away.
We'll turn that down a bit. Sorry about that. A couple songs have different volumes. Alright, let's see where we're at here. We might have to start thinking about top of descent here shortly. Let's jump back up here and flight deck. Oh no, we still got 124 nautical miles. Okay, we're good. That's just beautiful out there. I have to admit, man, the Pacific coast, the Pacific side of the United States is just, oh my goodness, it's just photogenic. And I definitely forgot to do this. Let me do this right quick. Let's see here. I definitely forgot to do this. Alright, let's just go through and double check right quick and just make sure that my altitudes reflect the correct altitudes on the chart. All good is our transition in. Above 28,000. That's good. My jaw. Flight level 220 or above, that's correct. 17,000. That's good. My rib below 10,000, above 9,000. That's fine. My knee 7,000, that's good. My shin 6,200, that's good. Fixed knee 5,200, that's good. My calf is 5,000. That's correct. 4,500, that's good. And then let's double check our approach plate here. 2,700 is going to be our platform altitude. We'll set it at 2,000 since that is the final approach altitude at my toe right here, 2,000. We'll set that. That's our lowest altitude, and hopefully we can get a nice we can shoot a nice ILS approach in this thing. Double check. I need to change that camera so it's not going through the cabin like that. Alright, 96 nautical miles to TOD. And I feel like our music is a bit too loud. Let's turn it down some more. One of my favorites, the panning 360 view. Get to see the gorgeous aircraft, the gorgeous Ortho, the gorgeous X-Enviro. Cruising. Give y'all a nice flyby. We'll jump back in the flight deck. And like I said, guys, we're gonna really try to get a decent approach in here today. Still fairly new at using the honeycomb. So for each aircraft, I have to go through and set up my response curves and everything like that. And I started with a good base response curve for each aircraft. And so with each flight and each aircraft, that's further tweaked. I tweaked it a bit last night. I thought the roll was a bit too sensitive. So we tweaked it again last night. And so we'll see how it goes. We managed to get her down last night, and then like I said, we had that freaking runway overrun. It didn't crash us. We managed to stop before we got to some houses. But we'll definitely do better on this approach in here this evening. Should have a nice sunset. I don't know if we'll be making it out there in time for the sunset, but it was a gorgeous sunset last night. Sun may be a little too high. We might need to go get another beer, guys. Let's see how much time we got before 67 nautical miles. And let's see, while we're at it, let me go ahead and pull up and get tuned up to Oakland's Aorus, which is on 133775. Get that set in the box. And we could also pull up the METAR for Oakland as well. Alright, so we've got Oakland's METAR up. Temperature's 23. Altimeter's 3023. Winds are west-northwest at 300 degrees, 10 or 9 knots. Visibility is 10 or more statute miles. Ceiling is 12,000. Few clouds at 20,000. No significant weather observed. So we should have a very nice approach into Oakland this evening. Guys, I think I will jump into the 757. I think I will do that. I think I'm gonna do that. Not that I don't want to fly the MadDog again, but I think I will jump into the 75. That thing had a couple updates too. I think the other day. .44 nautical miles till TOD. She got right here coming up. And so let's go ahead and drop our altitude on down to 2,000, which is our final approach altitude. Oh, I just realized something. We never went into cruise EPR either. We're still on climb. Yeah, I mean the engines are still set, but we never set the EPR. $29 nautical miles until top of descent. And with that said, we're gonna run right quick and grab us another beer out of the fridge. Aircraft's already set for descent. We'll be back well before 27 nautical miles. Take us just about 30-40 seconds. Alright, we'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, we are back. We got us another cold one. Let's check our progress here. 1 nautical mile, right in time. Alright, there's our throttle back. And there's our descent. And the cabin is just silent. It's the only thing that I said about this sound pack. I mean, it's just really quiet on descent. XPlane 11's freaking dark contrails need to be worked on. Come on, frame rips. We might get a nice little photogenic approach. Nah, sun's still a little too high. We are looking good on our descent. Speed's coming back decently. Right around 280. Like I said, user error, guys. Last night when I flew this flight, that runway overrun, the landing itself wasn't bad. I think what happened was when I touched down and went to put out the reversers never came out. And I should have looked over here because these two lights illuminate when your reversers are out. But the reversers never came out. And pretty much when I went to increase the throttle, I went back almost up to full throttle. Why the reversers never came out, I don't know, but I want to say I tried to do it too early. I want to say I tried to do it a bit too early. I mean, wheels were on the ground, weight was on wheels. But it wasn't until I was, like I said, it was a long landing, and it being a short runway, it wasn't until I was almost 3/4 down the runway I finally got the reversers to come out. And at that point, it was too late. However, I was slow enough to not be able to take back off again and go around. So we'll try to avoid that this evening. We'll try to get us a nice smooth one coming in here this evening. Try and doing are two separate things though. Coming up on 20,000. And we're looking for 17,000 at Skizum. Which will make that easy. We'll make that easy. Yeah, you see how quiet the cockpit is? I mean, it's just silent back here on descent. I mean, you can barely make out the engines. I mean, the sound pack itself is okay when the engine has RPM to it. And again, maybe that's just because I have the freeware version of the sound pack. There's a, I think if you donate to the Patreon or something like that, you get like the HD version of it, which it said the freeware version includes all of the interior sounds and exterior sounds. It's just some other stuff that's not included. But nonetheless, we're looking good. Coming up on transition. Let's go ahead and get our initial altimeter here from the web, which is 3023. Let's refresh that. Yep, it's still 3023. So that's usually not too off from what XPlane gives, even though we're using XEnviro. It will pull from XEnviro's weather. It's usually off by 1. Oh yeah, we got some lights coming on down there. So again, we're looking for 17,000 at Skizum, which we will make. And now we're looking for 9,500 at my rib. Aircraft's pitching for about 2,300 on the descent, the vertical speed at the moment. Not quite at 2,300, it's just about 2,000 foot a minute. But other than that, we're getting a nice, beautiful approach here. Landing just across the Bay Area in Oakland. Where we started this Pacific run out in San Francisco on Thursday. And I think we'll finish the week out here, out over the Pacific area. Brian Harris, welcome aboard.
Information whiskey.
Give me a second, Brian, and I'll address you. Let me grab this ATIS report here.
Visibility more than 10. Sky clear. Temperature 20. Dew point -19. Altimeter 3021. Arriving runways 1210 left. Departing runways 1210 right.
Okay, now we're getting some conflicting information here with the ATIS report. Let me see here. Yeah, I've had this happen before. What I'm going to do is keep my same approach. It's saying that the winds have shifted, but that's the XPlane ATIS that's saying that. However, anytime I listen to that and it's complete opposite way, it has me coming in wrong. So we'll keep what we got planned. In worst case scenario, if we have to go around because of the wind messing us up, we'll do that. That goes against everything that I stand for. I usually try not to do any go-arounds on stream because it wastes time. But we'll see if Oakland's good to us tonight. I failed to mention to you all that I did 3 go-arounds last night on this flight. And on the third one, I overran the runway. Brian Harris says, very organized streaming. Keep up the work, man. Definitely support and follow. Man, Brian, thank you a lot, dude. That means a lot. And I'm sure as a content creator, you know, we can all imagine it's kind of, we running this is some rough air. It's kind of tough getting started, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I definitely appreciate that. We try. Sometimes we fail. You know, the thing about streaming is you get the raw deal. So if things messes up, doesn't go according to plan, we can't just cut it and edit it out. And I think a lot of people are impatient with that. So definitely I appreciate you stopping by, man. I hope you're enjoying the content so far, and I definitely appreciate your support there. So it looks like it was just a quick patch of rough air. It settled down a bit, and I failed to put the belt signs back on, so I'm sure we got somebody injured back there, or that's going to try to sue the airline. Alright, let's come in on our MFD a little more. My knee, we're looking at 7,000. Looks like we'll make that restriction as well. Man, I still can't get over these daggone waypoint names coming into Oakland. My knee, fix me, my calf. I think it was like my back or something. That's crazy. Alright, so the aircraft is leveling off at this altitude restriction of 7,000. And we've passed that now. We're on to my shin, which is 6,200, so we should be able to meet that no problem. Looks like we've got a little bit of cloud cover. Hovering around in the mountains here. Looks like we have we do possibly have the airport in sight out there. Yep, that's the airport. So last night I came in on this runway here, which is a lot shorter than this runway here, as you can see. Which realistically, if I'd have hit my marks, I should have been able to land on the 6,000 foot runway, no problem. But the way things goes, I'm not a professional pilot, and this isn't an aircraft that I'm type rated in, so so we're still continuing our descent, and we're gonna go ahead and go FMS override and bring our speed on back. Let's bring it back to 200. I'm gonna try to get stable as early as possible. Because we should be getting ready to, let me bring up my chart here. Alright, yeah, we're getting ready to hit, in a second, hit our, at Franny, we'll be hitting our transition into the final approach. So we'll go ahead and drop a little bit of speed brake to help us come on back to 200. And this is a new hat. It's really irritating my head. Gorgeous approach though into Oakland. And we'll go ahead and go on to localizer capture mode. And we'll drop some flaps here as well. That should help us slow on down. And we will stow the speed brakes. And our approach speed will be 136, so we'll keep that in mind. As the localizer comes on in. And we'll bring our speed on back. So about 20 above. We got the glass slope coming down already. So we'll come down another notch of flaps. And glass slope is coming down so we can gear down. And we did forget the landing lights below 10,000. Guys, look at this. This is just a freaking beautiful approach. San Francisco right across the Bay Area there. And we'll go on to ILS mode. Flaps down to 20. And we'll bring the speed on back to 136. And those lights can come on. Yeah, see, the wind is showing in our face right now. I'm glad I didn't listen to the XPlane 11 ATIS. Only thing, I mean the ATIS report. Only thing I'm really interested in is the correct altitude or altimeter. Alright, and let's go full flaps. And let's arm the ground spoilers. 2 red, 2 white on the poppy. Looking good there. Take it out there. Shut the door. Alright, so we're looking good on the approach. Approach minimum says nice and clear. Yeah, we'll find a way to butcher this. You know how it goes. Beautiful, beautiful approach though. I have to admit that. I wonder what airport that is down here. Alright, let's pay attention. Let's get back up in the front. And get ready to take over here in a minute. Now the problem I've been having is when I disconnect the auto throttle, one of my throttles like to get stuck full, so I got to really take control of that once we come off the auto throttle. So we'll take over at about 1,000 feet here.
Cabin crew, prepare the cabin for landing.
Alright, so everyone is prepared. I hope you guys in chat has your seat backs and tray tables in a full upright and locked position. And I think for safe measure, you all better take your bracing positions as well. Alright, there's 1,000 feet. Autopilot's off. We have control of the aircraft. 1,000 foot check. And already my trim is wonky. And she does still feel a bit sensitive. Foot check. I feel like this is gonna go bad, guys, at the last second.
400.
Alright, auto throttle is disengaged.
300. 200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Alright, let's slowly lower that nose wheel. And we got confirmation on reversers out. Alright, full reverse. We'll just roll on to the end here. That was a decent landing. That was a real decent landing. We'll roll all the way to the end because we missed our exit, which is cool. We got her down safe and sound. And we'll start giving her some manual braking here, and we'll exit here to the right. Welcome to Oakland, everyone. Welcome to Oakland, everyone. And we'll go ahead and get us a stand. And as you know, we'll rock a couple replays, and then we'll jump straight into the next leg. So I don't know. Holler up in chat if you want to see this flight again, or should I jump into 7.5? I'm really wanting to jump into 757. So let me know in chat. And auto brakes can come off. APU power is available. Alright, so I redeemed myself from last night. Approaching saying 757. Alright, 1 vote. So we'll do the 7.5. We will do the 7.5. And that flight will just be a cargo flight, FedEx, back on down to Ontario, which is a route that they fly. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the airline, we'd like to be the first to welcome you here. Local time and weather can be seen on the seatback monitor in front of you. Not in this aircraft. If you're catching a connecting flight, be sure to check the monitors for gate information inside the terminal. If you are catching a connecting flight, we'd like to wish you further Looks like a Southwest came in behind us. Once again, it's been a pleasure having you on board with us today, and we hope to see you again soon. And we do have a fairly long, taxi over to the terminal. We gotta make a left here, cut through FedEx's terminals, I believe. Oh no, we don't. Terminal's right there, okay. I was getting mixed up looking at the chart. So yeah, we'll actually make this left. I don't know where that Southwest is going. So we'll make this left as to not get conflicted with him. And then we'll make this right onto Tango here, which is the next one. Alaska Airlines sitting there. And this is another freeware airport from New York. It's fairly old, but it looks pretty daggone good if you ask me. Alright, so we'll find us a stand over here. Yeah, we'll park right over here next to this, what is that, Frontier? Can't tell. No, Spirit. And we'll park right over here next to the Spirit. Grab a couple replays. And then head on down to Ontario. I don't know why those guys are standing in the way. We'll go to the next gate. Alright, see if this guy's gonna pick us up. No marshaller today? Are you asleep? I think he's sleeping on the job. No worries. We'll direct ourselves. And we'll move it on up a bit. Alright guys, welcome to Oakland. I thought I was in a 737. I was looking for the parking brake right there. Alright, we can come on to the APU power. Bleed air. And let's go ahead and shut her down. Alrighty, welcome to Oakland. If I haven't said it already 1,000 times. Alright, let's go ahead and grab a couple replays. That's what I want to see. I think that was a decent landing. I think it was a decent landing. Let's go ahead and complete that on Project Fly. And y'all know what time it is. Yep, y'all definitely know what time it is on that one.
300.
Right wing dropped a little bit, but it's all good. Nice. Nice little wing flex on this thing. I was a little bit off center line, but it's all good. There she is. A little bit of a float. My goal was to just let her settle down nice and gentle. Nice bridge in the background. That's freaking awesome. All right, let's see if we can't get a. Oh, and then it's got that. All right, Traffic Global, you messing up my. You messed it up my thing now. I want to try to get a little closer to where we touched down at. Get that sink rate though. Kick the little left rudder there, straighten her out. A little float. Man, that's gorgeous. Downtown San Francisco in the background. Or is that San Francisco? I can't tell if that's across the bay or not. We'll get one last one from here. Now I do want to see the tower view. We'll get one more. We'll get one more. I do want to see the tower view. Then we'll jump into the 7.5. Don't mind the screens. It's a replay thing.
500. 400.
Wasn't a bad one there, guys. Ooh, look at the water. See the water kick up? That's the thing about them T-tails, man. You can keep that nose up in the air a long time, helping that plane to aerodynamically brake. Keep those wings cutting into the air longer, helps you slow down a bit. Alright guys, you know what time it is. We're going to send you to the next gate, and we're going to go ahead and prepare the 7.5 for departure and head on back down to Ontario. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the stream. Thank you very much, HD. We are loading up 757 currently. And this one's going to be FedEx Flight 3851 with service to Ontario. So we'll be back at you in a second. Alright, we're just about done preparing. Aircraft is loaded. We're just about done. I'm trying to get my briefing packet from SimBrief via Project Fly, and it's been weird. It's being weird on us. But we should have a gorgeous departure, and we should have another gorgeous arrival. Because the sun is setting. So yeah, we should look good on this one. Dispatch. Just waiting on this thing to generate if I can get it. Oh, come on. Let me just X that whole thing out and try this. It's like not loading the freaking page. Here we go. Alright, we got it. Finally. We got it. Alright guys, we are back. And we're getting ready to start loading. However, we did at the last minute swap flights. So this is no longer what the flight said it was. This is now FedEx Flight 1853 with service to LA's Ontario International, which is a short flight. Sun's just ducking down behind the mountains over there. And so, without further ado, we'll go ahead and jump into the flight deck. We've already got ground power established. And we'll go ahead and jump into the flight deck of this gorgeous bird and be on our way. Alright, so let's kill that. Alright, so we're looking to cruise at flight level 350 this evening on the second leg. Looking to depart Oakland's runway 30, which is the one we came in on, via the Sindel 4 departure, Lotion transition direct to EHF, and straight into the Ziggy 7 arrival into Ontario's runway 8 left. So we'll go ahead and get our IRSs on up. And we got external power good. We'll go ahead and bring the hydraulic pumps on now, so we won't have to worry about that. Emergency lights are armed. We'll switch that over to both because we'll use both. We need to get fueled up. And window heats could actually come on now. And no smoking. And seatbelt signs can come on as well. We'll worry about pressurization when we get ready to push back. And since it is nighttime, we have the logo lights on. And this is the Flight Factor 757 with the modern avionics upgrade, which changes all of your MFDs up here. So let's go ahead and jump down into our FMC here. grab our position. We are at KOAK. Actually, I need to clear that message first. KOAK. Let me just double check my sound. Alright, we're looking good there. So we'll drop that in there. Grab the position just like normal. Drop that there. That gives us our alignment. On over the route. Drop our origin in. And we're going to KONT. Ontario. And this is FedEx FX 1853. So we'll pop that on then, and we're doing runway 30 for departure. We'll pop that in. Activate, execute. On over to our perf data, which we can't complete just yet because we need to load the aircraft. So we'll bring up our tablet and get the aircraft set for the loading. Alright, so it's looking like we're using 16,061 pounds of fuel, so we'll drop that in to there and see what our weight was. And this is another airplane, like SimBrief is giving us the weights, but it doesn't quite coincide with this aircraft. So it's thinking that this aircraft can take a little bit less than it actually can. Well, the aircraft in XPlane can take less than it actually can in SimBrief. So we'll try to fix that and get it as close as possible. Alright, so saying we got 25 passengers, which is fairly common for cargo flights. And that our payload is 59.2. But what we're looking for is zero fuel weight of 189. So we will try to adjust the loading here to get a zero fuel weight close to 189.1. So let's try, actually I think that's pallet numbers. Let's try 10. So that's zero fuel weight of 161. I think the max is 15. Yeah, 181. Yeah, that put us over 210. This thing is weird. 204. Let's see. $194. Yeah, we're at 194. We need to take off another, what, 5,000 pounds. $193.6. Oh, that's still too much. $189.1, perfect. Alright. Perfect. Not much optimizing center of gravity there. Alright, so we've got that going. Let's go ahead and get fuel truck out there. And now it's gonna start loading the plane. As you can see, our fuel going up. So we'll wait on that to finish right quick so we get accurate readings. And then we'll continue on. This is a short leg here, so we should be good. making good time tonight. Alright, loading is complete. 16.1 on the fuel. We'll clear that on out. And let's jump back down in here. Get our gross weight. Reserves, we'll do 1.0 again. Cruise altitude was what, 350? Yep. And cost index is 20. Going over to takeoff, we'll do flaps 5 for departure. 4.0 on the trim. Alright, trim is set for takeoff. Alright, V1 is 137, rotate is 143, V2 is 150. So that'd be 165. So we'll set that up here on the speed. Omni auto throttle. And pre-flight complete. Over to the departures. The route, I don't think I ever put this information in. No, I didn't. Alright, descendo 4 transition. Departure with the Lotion transition from 30. Execute that. On over the route. I know what we want is route. Direct EHF. Drop that in there. Execute. And then straight into the Ziggy. And I ain't getting a Ziggy. Oh, you know what? Hold on. On the wrong thing. Here we go. Ziggy 7 via EHF transition into ILS 8 left. So we'll take that. And we'll worry about the approach transition here later on. Gotta pull up a chart and see where that picks up at. Alright, let's jump over to the legs page and get rid of our discontinuities. Execute that. And alright, so we look good. We look good to go. Alright, auto brakes can come to RTO. Let me have a look here and see what the let me pull up this flight on Navigraph. Load it up. See what the top altitude for this departure is. Top altitude is 10,000. 10,000 is set. And we're departing runway 30. Climb heading 296 to 520 feet, then direct across Lee J at or below 2,000. Alright, so we'll put 296 in here, even though we'll be on LNAV. And won't let me arm LNAV yet. Alright, so we're looking good. So we're going to depart, come out over the bay, make a U-turn, and head back south. So while we're here, let's go ahead and get pushback plan here. And I think for real, we need to, let me get up my chart here. Pushback nose left. Airport info. Where are we? Alright, yeah, pushback nose left onto this taxiway here. Like so.
Ground to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Looks like everything else is set. Let's go ahead and get on the APU. And we'll get her button on up while we wait. It's gonna be a good one, guys. It's gonna be a nice little flight here. Our APU sounds like it is up and running. It is running. So we'll switch over to the APU gens. Oops. Switch off external power. Get those on. Fuel pumps can all come on. Recircuit fans can come on. Bleeds can come on. Alright, so we've now got APU air to start. And we can now dismiss the GPU. Alright, so we're good there. And let's just check the outside of the aircraft. And we need to get rid of these guys as well. Get the whole aircraft clear. We'll just hide those. That thing crashes my sim sometimes, so I don't worry about driving them away. Alright, red light can come on, beacon light can come on. And we'll go ahead and get better pushback to come on in.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Get you guys your packages this evening. I mean, this is just a really nice freaking scenery. I mean, just look at the lighting. I'll have to change the title of this to include the 7.5.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
APU flap there, that's cool. Alright, so there's the tow lifting us up.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Alright, we will do that, sir.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
And I still can't get over the night lighting. I mean, just gorgeous. Alright, so we'll get clear of the ramp a little bit out onto the taxiway before we initiate the start. Like normal. Alright, so let's get this bird fired up. As usual, packs come off. APU bleed is on. Make sure everything else is set. Fuel pumps are on. Engine start to both. And we'll come on over to Got rotation on number 2. Uh-oh. Now I will say I just installed a new sound pack on this and I'm getting no engine sound. I don't know if I like that. These sounds
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
I don't know that I like that startup sound.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Alright, we'll come on over to number 1 engine. And we'll go ahead and introduce fuel. I don't know that I like those sounds. There's another one I found off of that daggone site. Alright, so we'll go ahead and come over to the engine generators. APU bleed can go off.
Tow is disconnected and bypassed and has been removed. Hand signal will be on the right. We'll
Left
see you next
engine and
time
right engine
and have a
bleed
great
come
flight.
on. Packs can come back to the auto position. And we'll set the temperatures here. Alright. Yaw dampers can come on. Hydraulic pumps are all on. APU gen can come off. APU can come off. Fuel pumps are all on. Fuel's confirmed 15.9. Wing lights can come on. We'll come back to the nose gear. Window heat is on. Passenger signs are on. Let's go ahead and jump over to the co-pilot side right quick and set our pressurization, which in this plane goes to auto. We'll get the landing altitude once we're up at cruise. Come on over to auto 1. Some chart light, a little bit of dome light until we get ready to depart. Trim air recircular recirc fans are on. Left and right pack is in auto. Bleed air showing pressure. Left and right engine bleeds are on. Alright, so we look good to go as far as that's concerned. And let's go ahead and come on down to flaps 5. Auto brakes are set to RTO. Left and right flight director can come on. And arm LNAV and VNAV. And we did not get flaps 5. Yeah, this sound pack is missing some stuff, man. Alright. MFD is clear, park and brake can come off. And let me just see something here. Alright. Taxi lights can come on. And we're ready to depart, guys. We're gonna roll with the sound pack. We'll test it out. First time flying with it. It's a Rolls Royce sound pack, so we'll see. Sounds really freaking mild, to tell you the truth. Alright, so we're going back on out to runway 30 here. And I'm going to make this right on taxiway Bravo. FedEx terminal here. We're gonna stay on Bravo, and then we're gonna make a left on Whiskey, and that will take us to Whiskey 1. Turn these floodlights down a bit. Yeah, see, I don't even have any freaking external sounds. This is about to be some foo-foo. Well, let me stop here for a second, guys. Let me see something. Yeah, no external sounds on this thing. And I don't think I can change, no, I gotta be unloaded. Alright, no worries. We got some internal sounds. We'll change this daggone sound pack back. I mean, that spool up sound isn't bad, but it's definitely missing some oomph. Missing some oomph. Alright, so we are on Taxiway Whiskey. Looking good. Anthony Robinson said the sound pack is probably glitched. Yeah, I had some decent sounds. I had some trouble with this 7.5 the last couple days trying to get an update, and I completely reinstalled it. I had a freaking excellent Rolls-Royce sound pack in it, and of course my stupidity, I didn't back it up before trying to get that update. I ended up having to reinstall the plane and a whole bunch of foo-foo. But yeah, I wasn't going to fly this thing. I literally just installed it before the stream started. So now that we're in the midst of it, we'll have to just roll with it. At least I got interior sounds. It's a short flight anyway on down to Ontario. Alright, windsock is indicating correct takeoff direction. We'll stop here. Final approach is clear. No lights out there. We'll stop here, get the aircraft configured. Nothing's on final out there. So we'll set our parking brake here. Transponder can come on. It should have been on. Alright, All lights are on. Overhead panel is looking good. And what's the FMC message? VNAV unavailable. Why does it always say that? Alright. Here we go, guys. Final approach is clear. And we'll come on around.
Approaching 30.
As we run over the lights, yep, company's gonna be mad about that one. I know we're gonna hit that light. And we'll go ahead and line her up here on the center line.
On runway 30.
Sounds good on the interior though. 80 knots. There's V1. We'll rotate. Flaps 1. We'll just double check sound here. I think that's a bit loud. Man, look at that. Look at the city there. It's freaking awesome. Alright, there was an initial level off there. Altitude restriction. San Francisco International over there across the bay. We'll make a U-turn to come back down towards the south. That is just gorgeous, guys. It sounds good. Alright. Yeah, I lowered it just a little bit. There's our runway peeking out back there where we just took off from. Come across the bay, going over the top of San Francisco. Yeah, see, I ain't getting nothing on the outside. That's weird. Sounds good on the inside though. I will not deny that one. Okay, so now that I'm thinking about it, this departure is part of one of San Francisco's departures. It comes out here and around like this. This is the same waypoint yesterday, port. We picked up port coming out of San Francisco as well. I guess it makes sense. Sunsetting out over the Pacific Ocean. Looks pretty nice. Alright, so we'll go ahead and clear ourselves on up the cruise. I think port's altitude restriction of 10,000. I think we was cruising at 3.5. Yep, 350. So yeah, once we pass port, we'll begin another climb on the cruise. Alright, auto brakes are off, gears off, up and locked. Flaps are up. And we are good. 10,000. We can go ahead and turn landing lights off. It got real dark on us real fast, but it should make for a nice approach coming into Ontario. We depart San Francisco. And I never did get, I didn't get y'all overlays up as well. Let me get that in. There's our climb, turn at port. Gorgeous departure though. I mean, it's a really nice departure out of the city. She is screaming on up the cruise. so yellow. And I did it again. I never did set my altimeter or started my so good. We're already at 299.2 coming up from transition altitude, so we're good there. Good there. I've never wanted to land so fast. I'm hungry. Darkness falls over the Pacific Ocean. We did have a nice sunset arrival into Ortho. Should have a nice nighttime arrival over the lights into Ontario. Smooth ride so far, not much in the way of turbulence. They changed the graphics on this daggone FMC too. It's a lot more shiny. It's nice. It's good. Alright, so we have left the city. Lights on just to keep some contrast out there in the darkness as we approach our cruising altitude of 35,000. Won't be up here long. It's a fairly short flight, so don't worry about being in darkness too much. Anthony, what's going on, brother? Welcome aboard. Glad you can make it. We are on our second leg going to Ontario. Just reaching top of climb. We flew to rotate some MD80 up into Oakland. Decent landing up there, and we're going to try to replicate that down here in Ontario in the 757 freight. Engine roll back. And there we are at cruise, guys. At least for a little bit. Let's see, can we increase that? Let's try to get out here real fast. Can we increase the... Let's try to get point A out. There we go, we got it. Point 8 over, we're going to cruise. Speed her up a bit. Faster. Tracking 505 knots ground speed. As I like to say, blasting. Flown this 7.5 in a while at nighttime. The lighting on this thing is pretty decent. I was just saying, I definitely think they did something different with this. It's a lot shinier at night, picking up the reflections. I turned my reflections off on these, but she's looking really good. We'll go ahead and set turn down the lights a little bit for cruise. too low. I'm freaking starving. XPlane square grid stuff. Well, no, these are fields. These are different roads that's gridded off like this, but I'm talking about the overall grid. Lights popping in. That's where we flew. We flew over this coming in. Alright, so let's go on over to the progress page. Yeah, we've already coming up on top of the descent. We've got 92 miles to top of the descent. So at Mach 0.80, we'll be there in no time. Calling out 0307 Zulu. It's already 2:57, so it won't be long till we get to our descent. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and 9.7078. Pop that into the that set up for the Aorus approach. And let's double check. Flaps 30. We'll do that. We'll do flaps 30 at 133. Alright, so we got our ref speed set. Alright guys, so we're pretty much set up and ready for the descent. And what we'll do is stay ahead of the game. Let's see what our platform altitude is down here. It's still not showing me my freaking... This chart will not come up for some reason. We'll use our this is weird. This airport is not cooperating with me on Navigraph as far as charts are concerned. isn't working. And now it's not letting me sign into Navigraph on the admin tab. Won't let me pull up my star chart, nor my there we go. Yeah, see, something's going on with Navigraph. I finally got it up on the app. Alright, so our platform altitude final approach is going to be 2,900. So we'll bug down to 2,900. Let the aircraft follow the VNAV and the restrictions. We have top of descent coming right up off the EHF, so we're pretty much almost there. Got everything set, final approach altitude, ILS frequency, ILS course. I hope my stream ain't about to crash. My freaking sim is about to crash for no reason. Oh my god, this is about to irritate me. I didn't touch anything. Yeah, I think it just crashed, guys. For the second freaking stream in a row, my freaking sim crashes. XPlane! I don't get it. I do not get it at all. XPlane, you disappoint me. Yeah, like my whole freaking, my computer is not locked up, but my whole freaking sim is frozen, and there was a crash. For the second freaking stream in a row. My sim freaking crashed, and let me just go right quick and see if I can look at the log and see why. But that's like horse garbage. I'm being serious. This stream crashing, I mean not stream because the stream didn't crash, but this is the second time, and it's freaking often that people getting sim crashes. This will definitely put me on freaking Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 quicker than anything. Nothing else I play crashes like this. And of course, it doesn't really say anything. Loaded everything fine. It doesn't say anything about what just happened. Nothing. Nothing at all. I got one entry that says crash, but who knows when that was. Some entries ago. Loaded all plugins, loaded all ground traffic. The last thing on there was 757-67 avionics, flight factor effects, flight factor plugin manager, TGDS, no idea what that is. Boeing 757/767 SASL. Those are like the last 5 or 6 entries on there. And that was actually at 6:19 this evening, so, or at least that's what it says here, which it couldn't have been at 6:19 because I was in the MadDog at that time. All right, well, Anthony says, rip, yeah, definitely rip on that one. It crashed on us on the second leg on Thursday, and then it crashed on us again tonight. And literally when it happened, I was just looking at, because I have my hardware monitoring up. Dude, I was only at 40% CPU use and like 60% GPU use. So I have no idea why it crashed. And it's not really, I'm not seeing anything in the log about it. So it is what it is. I try not to get frustrated with it. I've been flying all weekend without a single XPlane crash until now. I've done test streams over the weekend and everything else. not one single X-Plane crash until now. So it is what it is. It happens. So as usual, we'll try it again on Thursday, and we will we'll fly something. We'll probably jump into 7.5 again, or maybe something else. I'm trying to stay away from Airbus until Friday, so I don't get burnt out on them, because we will be picking up the Tolis A321. Hopefully it releases at midnight. That would be nice, so I can get a couple flights in before I do something. So we know XP will be streaming it Friday, so if anything, we'll do something late night. We'll maybe try to do something Saturday. But yeah, we crashed out tonight again, guys. It was a beautiful flight while it lasted. XPlane needs to do something, because this crash in here is going to run me off, and I can't sit here and say, oh well, it's system related, because I mean, let's just face it, I got a pretty decent system and it's been running fine. It's like whatever's going on with XPlane seems to have its days where she like to crash often. But with that said, guys, we're gonna go ahead and head out. Catch me next Thursday, or this Thursday. We'll do something. We'll be back, and we'll be streaming again. We'll at least try to get a leg in before we crash, if it crashes. But appreciate y'all stopping by. Appreciate you, Anthony. XP HD simulation, approaching minimums, Timex, and whoever else stops by to watch it. So we're gonna head on out, and we'll catch you on Thursday.